down now to first pitch in South Florida. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. On a humid night for baseball, MLB The Show welcomes you to the Sunshine State. Miami, Florida, the site for this edition of Major League Baseball. We've got a good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Florida Marlins. And hello once again, everybody. Alongside Dave Campbell, Matt Vasgersian, we get set to bring you what should be an entertaining ball game. Also with us, 10-year Major League vet Rex Hudler. And Hud, we turn to you first. What catches your eye in this one?
Well, one guy that's always fun to watch is Johnny Damon. Stolen bases are coming down, but the 24 home runs set a career high. If it's not one thing with this guy, it's the other.
All right, Rex, thanks. Dave will join us shortly, but first we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. It's presented by State Farm. Call, click, or visit and start saving today. And on the mound to face this lineup, there you see the numbers for the hard-throwing right-hander Josh Johnson. And in the field, the Marlins will align themselves like this. Into the box stands the leadoff man, Lastings Millage, and we are ready for baseball. And the first pitch is taken for ball one as we're underway tonight in South Florida.
And he's been struggling of late. He's just 1 for 10 so far in this series.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees. Can't ask for better conditions. 83 degrees here at first pitch tonight. And a swing here on 2-0 as this is in the air out to straightaway center. Therefore it is Damon, and he's got it, one away.
There are his numbers from last time. He comes off a victory in that performance, so he'd love to duplicate that here tonight.
So one away now for Akinori Iwamura. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike one. Fastball bounces up to the plate, and it's taken for a ball. And this is taken for a ball. Looked pretty good, but it's 2-1 now.
And Mac Harvey can squeeze you sometimes. He's going to make you throw strikes.
Now the 2-1 to Iwamura. 2-2 now.
Yeah, good crossfire action on the fastball there.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
And he likes to throw that slider off the fastball. Might want to make a mental note of that one.
And he misses with it, ball four, so it's a one-out walk here in the top of the first.
And boy, those last few pitches there were nowhere close to the strike zone. When you've got 2 strikes on a guy, you've got a little more margin for error, but not that much.
So a runner on first with one out now. And here's the young catcher, Ryan Domit. And here's a fastball called for strike one.
And after a walk, a little anger behind that fastball.
He's running towards second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. It's right there, and Iwamura is out at second base.
Showing early that they want to be aggressive on the base pass, but this one just doesn't pan out.
And this is fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be high, 2-2 now. And a fastball called strike three, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here, and now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. A look there at the Marlins starting lineup as put together by their skipper, Freddie Gonzalez. And on the mound to face these guys, there you see the numbers on the veteran left-hander Zach Duke. And a look now at how the Pirates line up on D behind him. And now the center fielder Johnny Damon's in to kick off the home half of the first. And that misses inside, 1-0.
And now let's see if they take some speed off with this next pitch.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0.
2-0 right out of the gate. I'd make him throw me a strike.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit.
And he likes to put that thought in your mind that he's not afraid to come in with the hard stuff.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
And it's deep breath time out on the mound now. Not only will he kick himself for walking the leadoff guy, but also he just walked the fastest guy in a 10-mile radius. Not what he wanted to do.
Chris Coughlin will step in now. Right down Broadway that time, strike one.
And for the most part, he's been held in check in the series so far, just 2 for 9.
Now a look over to first here by Duke, and a dive, but he's back in there. And he misses with it, 1-1. Now the 1-1. A ground ball to third, and they could get two. Iwamura on to first, a double play.
And here's one way to put that leadoff walk out of your mind. One pitch is all it takes, and he's gone on the 5-4-3 double play.
Hanley Ramirez stands in now, and you see he's been hot of late, hitting in 10 straight ball games now. First pitch to him. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
And he comes in needing just one more dinger to reach the 40 mark on the year.
Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 coming. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. Nothing in the Florida first. We've played an inning in South Florida. No score here on the show. Garrett Jones leads things off now in the top half of the second. Good fastball out of Johnson there, and it's strike one.
And he'll be effective if he can keep that fastball down there.
Back-to-back fastballs here as he takes control 0-2.
Picking up where he left off in the first. He's looking sharp right now.
Now he turns on one and rips it down the line. A dive, but it's by him for a base hit. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Leadoff double right there to kick off the second inning, and now they're in good shape to try and push across that first run of the ball game.
Ryan Church will dig in here. In there for strike one.
Yeah, and when you get strike one on the corner, you can expand that strike zone right away.
Now a ball hit fouled off to the right side, and that just about got the first base coach. Has a look, now the pitch. And now this is served out to left off the end of the bat. And that's a fair ball. And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a 1-0 lead. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Well, sometimes you hit rockets for outs, and sometimes you do this and wind up with a double. This game just ain't fair sometimes.
Delwyn Young will dig in now. Switch hitter batting left. Nowhere close with the fastball to begin the at-bat. It's ball one.
And he's tallied just one hit here in the series so far, 1 for 8.
Here's the 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Really got to jump on this guy now while he's rattled.
Lays off, and it's 3-0.
And on 3-0, I'd be surprised if this one's in the strike zone. I think they want to take their chances with the next guy.
Taking all the way, and it's 3-1 now.
I don't blame him for taking that. That is some heavy-duty heat right there.
Get the strikeout!
And this might advance the runner as it's on the ground to second. Ugla's throw is right there for the first out.
And we'll show you this delivery again in show motion. A lot of people think that when a guy throws hard, it's all about the arm. But you can see how big and strong this guy is. So he uses those legs to really drive through the release. That's nice.
Bobby Crosby steps in now. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
And this is where you need to do some situational hitting. Just a ground ball up the middle here will get this run home.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball one. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Well, whatever you do, you've got to put the ball in play and get that run home from third.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
Looking for RBI number 37 on the year if he can cash in.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And now he has some trouble with it in left. And now this will rattle up against the fence. And that'll score the run from third as they go up 2-0 now.
And we'll have a visit from the pitching coach here. And he's got to be saying, come on, quit laying it in there, meat.
Ronnie Cedeno will get his first shot at it here. Down and in here, 1 ball, no strikes.
And this is without a doubt a strikeout situation right here, as you can't let this deficit get any worse than 2.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
And he's making a lot of high-intensity pitches here early in the game. Something to keep an eye on as we go along.
Hit hard back up the middle. And that's in there. Base hit. And the run will score from second here as this is now a 3-0 game.
And here's something they haven't been able to do too much in this series. Come through with a 2-out knock. For their sake, they hope that's a sign that things might be turning around.
Zach Duke will take a long look down here as he may be bunting to avoid the double play. And they will have him bunting with one away as he gets this one down. And they'll put the tag on him going to first, but the sacrifice is successful. But they'll only get one as he's in there at second. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in the right fielder, Lastings Millage. And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Still another important run out there at second. You'd love to make this a 4-run game with a base hit.
Change up low, 2-0.
Yeah, he looked okay back in the first, but he's been struggling here with a release point in this inning.
Here comes the 2-0. And he's flying open a bit, Soup. That misses high, ball 3.
And you don't want this inning to go any further than this, so I think he'll probably get something to hit here.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Still a base open here, so you don't have to come in with one if you don't want to.
Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, now he's got a good chance to minimize the damage if he can get this guy.
Come on, don't you walk in.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as all he could do was reach out in vain for that one, and the side is retired. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. On now to the bottom of the second. Bucks out in front, 3-0. Dan Ugla will start things off in the bottom of the second. Ball 1. Now here's the pitch. Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
And that's what that four-seamer will do. It has a tendency to really rise at the end.
Strike 2 called, and it's even at 2.
And after challenging him up with the last fastball, that's a perfect spot for the follow-up, right at the knees.
Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now ball hit toward third, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And a half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
And here's a look from field level. You'll see where this thing is. He thought better of swinging that time, but as it turns out, he should have.
Cody Ross will take his cuts now. Now the first pitch. Too low, 1-0.
Trying to work him down in the zone. That's just where you need to keep that fastball.
And that misses, 2-0.
And here's a case where you can just sit on fastball. If you don't get one, just take it.
Swing and a ball bounced back up the middle. Cedeno to his left. He's got it. Pro will take care of him at first. Good start to the inning for Duke, and that's out number 2.
Missed opportunity there. He got himself into a great fastball count at 2-0, and he gets his fastball, yet all he can do is hit an easy grounder to short.
And so 2 are gone now for Jorge Cantu. Fastball probably could have gone either way, but ruled a ball, 1-0.
And if you're going to miss with a fastball, that's the spot to do it.
Now the fastball here is swung on and grounded foul. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2.
And he's given him 3 straight fastballs, but it could very well be the curveball they call on here.
Fastball, and where did that miss? 2-2.
Then again, maybe not.
And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that, the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still down 3-0. Akinori Iwamura is ready to go here as we begin the third. And here's the first pitch. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And now that he's warmed up a little more, he's getting a little more oomph on that fastball than he had out of the gate.
And this is heading for the seats and out of play to the left. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Here's a good look from the side angle. This is in show motion. And you can see this cross right over the knees. That's close, but it's the right call.
Ryan Domit will stand in.
Ryan Domit.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 1 out, nobody on. Big swing there as it's hit pretty well out toward deep left field. Coughlin is back to the warning track, though, as he gloves it for the 2nd out.
Well, he's working out a good bounce-back inning here in the third after he ran into some trouble back in the second. We'll see if he can turn the corner and post a 1-2-3 third right here.
Garrett Jones will stand in. He doubled and later scored his first time. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Time to put those glasses back on him. All right, here we go.
1-0 pitch now. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
Gotta make sure you finish off your pitches here. These last few have taken off on him a bit.
And here's a fastball for a strike, 2-1 now.
Just a perfect spot for that fastball.
All right, base hit here.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now.
And too many 3-ball counts early in the ball game will just drive that pitch count up.
And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Very close pitch to take on 3-1. But this might have been just a little bit outside, and he winds up losing him.
Ryan Church will stand in. An RBI double to his credit the first time around. Swinging a ball line softly to left. And that'll get down for a base hit. And now it'll rattle up against the wall.
Yeah, and that's the danger of the backdoor slider. When it comes back right across the middle of the plate, and he hammers this one for 2 bases.
Delwyn Young will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch coming. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0.
And talk about a must-out early in the ball game. He can't let this get any worse.
Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there, 1-1.
And being down 3-0's bad enough. He cannot let this get to 4 or even 5.
Swinging a ground ball towards the middle. A diving effort there by Ramirez, but he can't quite get there. It's a base hit. And they will not get him at the plate as 2 runs are in, and it's 5-0.
Well, they pulled the string on the changeup that time, but he would have no part of it as he just waits and nets himself a base hit.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and former Rookie of the Year Bobby Crosby will be the hitter. Now here's the first pitch. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1.
And with 2 in already and a 5-run deficit to climb, they need to get out of this inning.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air into foul territory behind first. Sanchez will put this one away, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Pirates 5 and the Marlins nothing.
Leading off for the Marlins.
Ronnie Paulino makes his way to the plate to get us started here in the bottom of inning number 3. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
And now with this big early deficit, you got to take it 1 inning at a time. You just got to try to claw your way back.
Let's do it, guys. Come on.
And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Looking to dome it. Now the 1-1. 1-2. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Well, and the reason he's having this early success is because he's been changing speeds effectively. You saw it right there. That's what you gotta do.
Gabby Sanchez digs in at the plate. And this pitch is up and in as he backs away. It's ball 1.
And you definitely don't want to hit the number 8 hitter with the pitcher on deck. You'd rather he not hit in a sacrifice situation.
Fastball at 88 that time. A ball and a strike.
And you can tell he's really in his zone out there now.
One on the way. And he gets some pretty good wood on it here as this is lifted to fairly deep left. Circling under it is Church, and he's got it for the second out.
Looking to get on the board for the first time here. I thought this had a good chance off the bat, but it just kind of runs out of gas near the wall.
Josh Johnson will stand in for the first time here.
Josh Johnson.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Down the line, but this is a foul ball. Marlins are still on the lookout for their first hit of the ball game. And a swing and a bouncing ball back up the middle. And the Marlins are into the hit column. There's their first base hit.
Well, it has certainly been one-way traffic around these base paths here in the first few innings. So now these guys might be saying, hey, it's our turn to get some runs on the board now.
Back to the top of the order now, and in steps center fielder Johnny Damon. And this one runs up high, ball 1.
And after you allow a base hit to the pitcher, you've got to bounce back quickly and put it out of your mind.
Fastball, and he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. And Millage will make the catch, and the side is retired. One left for Florida. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Ronnie Cedeno will stand in now to get us going here in the fourth. And he gets ahead 0-1. Comes back with a fastball again as he's in control, 0-2.
Got to turn him loose now.
And the pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
High heat. Not even sure that's in the zone, but he couldn't catch up to it.
Zach Duke will dig in here. On a swing, and he popped him up off to the left in foul territory. Cantu is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Oh, popping it up is bad enough, but doing it on the first pitch and out of the zone to boot? That ain't a good AB, I'll tell you that.
Lasting's Millage will dig in for a second time, a strikeout victim opening up the ball game. Now the first pitch. And that misses for ball one.
And sometimes when you're a leadoff hitter, go ahead and take a pitch. Let your pitcher catch his breath for a second.
5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. 1-0 pitch is hit on the ground to third. Played there by Cantu. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Pirates as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Saturday Night Baseball here on MLB The Show as we give you a look at our National League scoreboard presented by the Baseball Hall of Fame. Chris Coughlin will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. Here's the first offering. Swing and a bullet to the right side. But this is gloved over there at first as he was in the right spot at the right time. 1 away. Leadoff man gone, so they'll work against the shortstop, Hanley Ramirez. In there for strike one, 0-1.
And a wry smile there. He knew he had a good pitch to hit.
Out in front of the fastball here as this is drilled into left field. That's a base hit. And add another game to his hit streak right there. He's up to 11 games in a row now. So a runner at first with one man gone, and that'll bring in the powerful second baseman, Dan Ugla.
Let's go, Fish.
Now here's the first pitch. And that misses, ball one.
Take it to him, Marlins.
And they pitch out, but no movement from Ramirez.
Wheels are spinning now.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And the fastball is lined into center field. That's a base hit. And he continues to hit the ball well as that'll push his hitting streak up to 7 games now. Cody Ross will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch coming. Swinging a ball line softly down the left field line. But foul. And this is swung on and bounced up the center of the diamond. To second for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Marlins leave one. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Akinori Iwamura will lead things off in the inning for Pittsburgh, followed next by Ryan Domit. First pitch coming. And he takes ball one.
Maybe a little surprising he's still out there, but he's not doing himself any favors by falling behind again.
And, looked good on the monitor, but it's 2-0.
Hard to make 2 better pitches than that. One that just missed, one that I'm not so sure.
Now a fastball as this is hit fairly well out toward left center. Therefore it is Damon as he takes it for out number 1.
You talk about rising from the ashes. There was a while there when he seemed to be hanging on by a thread, but he's showing good fortitude to stick around, and that's 5 in a row he's retired now.
Ryan Domit will dig in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And a foul ball straight back. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just does stay alive as this is fouled back. And this is hit weakly in fair territory up the line. Throw on to first, and Johnson's keeping these bats at bay here. Quickly 2 away. Garrett Jones steps in now. Now a fastball that stays straight, but I think he just missed it as this is hit in the air to fairly deep center field. And there to handle this one is Damon, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Pirates, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Jorge Cantu will stand in to lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to him. Sliced down the line at first. And Duke will win the race to the bag to record the out.
Well, and when you're fighting just to get on the scoreboard, going after the first pitch of an inning and grounding out is certainly not going to help matters much.
1 away now for the Marlins in their half of the 5th. And digging in now is the catcher, Ronnie Paulino. First pitch on the way. And a ball, 1-0.
And he's just 2 over the minimum here in his 5th inning of work, so they've yet to get a sustained rally going against him.
And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
And I can guarantee these guys would love to get a little spark here from the bottom of the order.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
And he's done everything right on the mound so far. The mistakes have been almost non-existent.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Whew, and he might have seen his life flash before his eyes there.
One out, nobody on. Just did get a piece of that one, so he stays alive here. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
And now on 3-2, let's see if he gets a fastball here.
And a little battle brewing here as he fights off the 2-strike pitch and chops it foul.
Here comes a back pitch for you.
And a tough pitch on 2 strikes as he's able to foul it off. Swing and a ball hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Fouled back.
Nice little poke right here.
Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats, foul. Payoff pitch one more time. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the 2nd out.
Well, and they've run into hard times just trying to make contact so far. Already 5 strikeouts through 4 2/3.
Gabby Sanchez will try it again. He flew out his first time. Fastball in there for a called strike.
And against a guy like this, you get that first pitch fastball, you better be hacking.
Here it comes. Missed low and inside with it, 1-1. Hit hard towards second. Well, right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. Florida down in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. New pitcher set to come on here as Corey Wade makes his way toward the mound. Ryan Church will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the sixth. And a fastball, very easy to lay off that one. It's ball one.
And you almost hate to see the starter go, as he was able to retire the final 7 men he faced.
Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
Love a punch out right out of the gate. And this is a guy that'll strike out a bit too.
And a pitch down that's swung on and sent to second base. Throw in the dirt, but a good job of staying with it that time as he's retired.
Well, for as hot as their bats were in the opening part of the game, they have been all but neutralized here in the middle innings. Good job to get the leadoff man here in the sixth.
Delwyn Young will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Here's the first offering. And a fastball here, but he's right on that thing as this is smoked into center field for a base hit.
All right, calm down.
And it's unfortunate, but late in the season, when you got a team that's going nowhere, it gets to be every man for himself out there. You're just doing anything you can to up your numbers and assure folks that you want to be involved next year.
Bobby Crosby will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Ball one.
And that changeup away is his ground ball pitch. Couldn't get him to chase.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
2-1. This is your prototypical hit and run count, so you've got to be aware defensively.
Good time to call the change as he swings and misses for strike 2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
And with the count full, let's see if they send the runner here to try to stay out of a double play.
And he got him.
And sometimes you just got to go looking for a soft spot in a guy's zone, and they found one. That's a good pitch there.
Ronnie Cedeno will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. And this will be fouled away. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
And this thing starts out a strike. That's a tough pitch to lay off.
A runner on first with 2 away. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And this is hit to the right side, but it'll wind up foul down the line at first. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
And now's where I think you have to sit changeup and react fastball.
And that pitch is lined into left field, and he's got his second hit of the evening. And now this will rattle up against the fence.
And now State Farm's going to give us a look at this in show motion. Look at how the bat head gets out in front of the plate and how those hands turn over nicely there. That's what caused him to really spin on that one.
Zach Duke will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. Comes set, now the pitch. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
Well, this is a big spot for a pitcher at the plate. He'd love to get himself a couple of more here.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
And it looks like it's just sort of taking him a while to find his rhythm.
Now a swing and a ball grounded foul off to the right side. Now a ball hit back up the middle. A diving effort there by Ramirez, but he can't quite get there. It's a base hit. A run is in.
Boy, and when you've got the pitcher at the plate, there's an out you got to count on getting.
Lasting's Millage will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. And now here's a ball grounded foul over toward third. And this one zips right past Paulino to the backstop. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position.
And that's a costly mistake right there, and now a 2-out hit could bring the man in from second.
And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. 2 out here and a runner at second. And this ball is popped up right back behind home plate. Paulino is there, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Pirates lead it 7-0. Emilio Bonifacio is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And just need to get something started now. A leadoff base runner would really help.
And now a pitch on the way. 0-1 pitch bounced out towards Iwamura at second. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Well on his way to win number 11 so far. He looks to be pretty much in control right now.
Leadoff man retired now for Johnny Damon. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. In for a strike, it's 1-1.
Third time through the lineup for these guys now, and they haven't done a whole lot to this point.
One pitch is in the air now out to left field. Catch made out there by Church, and there's out number 2.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Chris Coughlin will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And he lays off there, 1-0.
And now at the plate, you got to do something to get this guy out of the role he's been on.
And a fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
I'm surprised he didn't take a whack at that one.
And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
And this might be the first 3-ball count we've seen these guys get to all night long.
Now the 3-1 pitch. And this is near the line, but foul wide of first. And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Second walk allowed in the game so far. He's still yet to allow a run, however, so let's see if they can do anything with this base runner.
Hanley Ramirez will dig in, 1 for 2 thus far. Low for ball 1.
And remember, he extended that hitting streak of his already, so he doesn't have that weight hanging over his head.
Two out with the man at first. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1. One and two now.
And he's close to hanging another 0 here.
And he reaches for one but can't find it as he's down on strikes for the final out. One left for Florida. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. And since we've already seen what's going on in the National League, let's check out the AL action now on our out-of-town scoreboard. A new pitcher is set to go now, so we'll get a look at the Venezuelan-born left-hander Reniel Pinto. Akinori Iwamura will lead things off in the inning for Pittsburgh, followed next by Ryan Domet. Now a swing, and the barrel of the bat breaks in two that time, but this will be a foul ball. Now the pitch. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And he misses 2-1.
Well, judging by his release point there, he just doesn't look like he's totally warm yet.
Just off the inside part of the plate, it's 3-1.
And now you wonder if he'll get the same pitch 3-1 that he did on 2-0.
Called a strike, and it's full 3-2.
Oh, and that's how you neutralize a 3-1 disadvantage. You throw a perfect location pitch. Now a swing as he hits this one into the air, but this will be foul off to the right, out of play. And a swing and a miss from Iwamura as he's retired, and there's one away. And with a lot of fans long since headed for the exits, a few empty seats there on the horizon. Matt Vasgersian, Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler with the call in this one. Ryan Domet will try again. 0 for 3 thus far. Now here's the first pitch. And a foul ball straight back. And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Now the 0-1, a ground ball for Ugla at second. On to first, and there were two down.
Good fastball there on the outside part of the plate. He got him to reach for it, and all he could do was send an easy grounder to second.
Garrett Jones will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. First offering on the way. In there, 0-1.
Not a bad idea to work him up and in here with that hard stuff.
And here's a very close pitch up around the letters. Looked good, but it's a ball, 1-1.
Ah, come on already.
Let's get on base.
Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. And this is taken high for a ball, and that's just a bad call there. Should have been strike 3. Instead, it's 2-2.
Oh, and that looked like a freebie right there. That should have been strike 3. Keeps the inning alive.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Dan Ugla will step in now to lead off the home half of the 7th.
All right, let's go, Dan.
And the first pitch of the inning is lined into left field, and there's a leadoff base runner.
And these guys have been in a lot of close games this year, and it's gone their way more often than not. Let's see if they can pull another rabbit out of their hat.
Cody Ross will get another shot. He hit into a double play his last time.
You can do it, Marlins!
And here's the first pitch. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
And you talking about locking a guy up. He didn't even bend his elbows on that swing.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
And he's hardly even had to work out of the stretch so far. This is almost like a new experience for him out there.
And this is high for a ball, so from 0-2 he's worked it back to 2-2 now. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
And he continues to pitch well out there. Here's his pitch breakdown so far.
Jorge Cantu will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. And there's ball one. And he took something off of it there. It's 1-2.
And when you don't have a blow-it-by-you fastball, that's a pitch you have to lean on.
And that's going to be high, 2-2 now.
And when you need a double play ball, I don't see the logic of working this guy up in the zone.
And he'll fight just to stay alive here as this is fouled away. 2-2 is a changeup that misses, 3-2.
Well, if he's got the confidence to throw it 2-2, let's see if he throws it 3-2.
On the ground for Iwamura, this might be 2. Step on the bag for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 7 shutout innings for him thus far as he's really been in control here. 8th inning coming up. It's the Pirates 7 and the Marlins nothing. Ryan Church. Ryan Church will get us going now in the top half of the 8th. Ball 1. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left. Foul. Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. And just never could commit to the swing there, but he went around, and it's even now at 2-2. And a swing and a miss by Church as he goes down on strikes, 1 away. Time to take a look at our starter comparison to this point, and the telling numbers can be found on the left side of your screen. Zeros in the run and earned run columns. Delwyn Young will step in. Singled and came around to score his last time. And they start him out away with a called strike.
Boy, and this guy's giving him a real lift out of the pin so far.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now the pitch. 1-1. Good idea with the change, but it's 2-1.
Opening your eyes for the next pitch.
Two and two.
2-1 changeup. I mean, he's feeling it right now.
Wow, I'm not sure, A, how you take that, and B, how it's not a strike. 3-2 now.
And I think Young just got another life there.
Swinging a hard-hit ball down the line. Look at this. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. What a play.
Ah, this is a nice play here. Look at him stretch out to get this thing, and then he says, you know what? I'll just go ahead and do this all myself. Nice.
Bobby Crosby will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. In there, strike 1.
And he is certainly justifying the manager's faith to leave him in there in the 8th. He's really shutting them down so far.
And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Here's the pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
And here's where he likes to bust guys in with that slider. That could be coming next.
And Crosby able to lay off there. The count goes to 2-2 now.
And he knew on that 0-2 count he didn't have to throw him a strike, at least not right away. But on 2-2 now, I think he's going to have to come in with one.
Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. So nothing happening this time around. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. Pittsburgh leads this one 7-0. Ronnie Paulino will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. Here's the first offering. And here's a fastball from Duke to get things started. It's 0-1.
And it's definitely worth noting he's just 3 over the minimum to this point in the 8th inning.
Swing, and he popped him up. Over in foul territory back behind third. Crosby waits on it. 1 down.
And he has certainly had all of his pitches working for him so far. And he's working on a 4-hit shutout to this point.
Gabby Sanchez will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far. And this is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side.
Foul ball.
And certainly no offer at that one. It's 1-2.
And this crowd really hasn't been much of a factor here to this point.
1 out, nobody on. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. Taken there by Iwamura. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Into the 8th inning of work now, and if it's possible, it looks like he's just getting better as he goes along.
And it looks like a pinch hitter is going to be in order here as the powerful Wes Helms gets the nod. And he lays off a fastball. Looked good, but it's 1-0.
And it's been surprising to me how little of a fight these guys have put up in the late going.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And look out. He has to back away there and then give a little glare out to the mound. It's ball 2. And he misses again with it here. It's 3-0 now.
And now that strike zone's starting to dance around on him a bit.
Here it comes, 3-0. And he'll just lay this one in there, 3-1.
And what they need here is base runners, so he'll be selective 3-1 as well.
Come on, fish.
And this is hit sharply on the ground toward the hole. Dive, but it's just past his outstretched glove for a base hit.
Well, and you can't ask for much more than that. They turn to the bench here, and he comes through with a knock. That is nice work.
Johnny Damon will stand in. He flew out his last time up. Comes set, now the pitch. And that misses for ball 1.
Oh, and even though he's working on the shutout, that pitch count has to start becoming a factor.
And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
And this is a good time in the ball game to be selective. Go ahead and run that pitch count up a bit.
And he lays off a pitch just below the knees. It's 3-0.
And this is what you want against a guy that's tiring. Really grind out the at-bat.
Now the 3-0 pitch. And here's a fastball that swung on and lifted down the left field line. Under it is Church, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Marlins leave 1. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Time for one last look at our National League scoreboard to see what's happening elsewhere. Jose Veras will come on in relief now, as he does in nearly every game. This will be his 99th appearance of the season. Ronnie Cedeno will step in. He doubled and later scored his last time. Swing, and he pops him up. Looks to be playable in foul ground. Sanchez is there, and it's a picture-perfect beginning to the 9th inning for a pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 away. Nothing but zeros in the run column to this point as you get a look at what's coming up in the bottom of the 9th as they'll try to at least find their way onto the scoreboard and ruin the shutout. Zach Duke will step in, 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
No sign of a pinch hitter here, so they'll apparently let him try and complete the shutout.
Now a swing and a ball hit high in the air into shallow left center. Coughlin comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 2. Lasting's Millage will bat now. He popped out in foul ground last time. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
And these last few pitches have all been down, which is not a bad idea against a guy like this.
Swing and a high pop drifting into foul territory. Sanchez is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 2, 3, and 4 set to kick off the bottom of the ninth. It's the Pirates 7 and the Marlins nothing. Chris Coughlin will stand in, 0 for 2 thus far.
Chris Coughlin.
Let's go, Marlins.
And this is low, ball 1.
And as he tries for the complete game, he's just 4 over the minimum. Just a great performance.
Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0.
And if things hold up, he'd be in line for his second shutout of the year.
Marlins, you got it, baby.
Out in front as he yanks this down the line at first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Good start to the ninth here, and now he's just a couple of outs away from picking up the complete game shutout.
Hanley Ramirez will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch coming. Swing and a shot toward right center. Millage is over to his right as he puts this one away, 2 down.
Oh, and just 1 out away from the shutout. Let's see if he can close this thing out.
Dan Uggla will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. And this is yanked hard down the left field line. And that's a fair ball as this one will get down the line. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
And this is a rare mistake here. Not too many guys have made solid contact so far, but that's pretty solid right there.
Cody Ross will try again, 0 for 3 thus far. First pitch fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
And he's looking for his first hit of the game to try to push his hitting streak up to 5 games.
Down and away, ball 1.
Yeah, that was the same pitch in the same spot, but he couldn't get him to chase this one.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And here's a ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Millage is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
And just a fantastic pitching performance here as he goes the distance for a complete game shutout.
Guys, you can't win if you can't score, so Dave, probably not much debate as to who will receive our top player of the game honors in this one.
Yeah, Matt, there's no debate in my mind. The thing I liked was the way he really challenged these hitters. Nothing fancy. He just went right after him. That allowed him to throw the shutout.
So that'll wrap things up here tonight. For Dave Campbell, Rex Hudler, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB 10 The Show. For even more, join us on the web at MLB10theshow.com. The Pirates win it 7-0. A post-game highlight package is next, so until next time, good night from South Florida.